Okay, so that's a depiction of a lonely person. My question to you, if you're feeling lonely, are you lonely or just stupid? This question is so provocative that yet again, we're going max stats. We will find so many insights in this question. You see, when it comes to capitalism and having things like a smartphone and being connected to the internet, you don't look like this when you're lonely. You don't do that. No. Now you're inducing loneliness onto yourself because you have so many things. Like internet is actually unexplored territory. So many things have been unclaimed and never tried before. Even trying new foods is actually type of YouTube content that's actually littered across this platform, bro. I tried everything ever. Oh my god. And guess what these people don't have necessarily? They don't have deep meaningful connections and friendships. They're just shoving a camera down their throats and going through these experiments to the point where we don't want to fucking see it anymore. Does that look like loneliness? Is that the same thing? Because literally they flash their dollars, they turn their dollars into a service, a sandwich, basically literally saying women, hey, go out of your way and make a sandwich for me specifically right now, and it has to be a very good quality sandwich. Like, welcome to capitalism. You're not lonely. You might just be stupid. Have you heard that porn exists? And porn did not used to exist. It used to be magazines. Everything changed after capitalism entered the world, basically. The word loneliness don't feel the same thing, don't mean the same thing anymore. Most of the time, if you're not rich and famous, you're just stupid. Or are you seeking to make a much, much greater impact on the world? But that's the reality. It's just crazy to me how insightful this is. How could I have missed that, right? Because we don't even have a proper interpretation, because if this is interpretation, then I'm sorry, bro. Now, the next level of interpretation is being lonely like in a playground, right? And maybe you know where I'm going with this, because we can leave children behind and be lonely. And that's a nice thing for them to have. Because what we have is multiplayer games, bro. Like seriously, think about it. We can't possibly be lonely anymore. The only thing that can be isolating is the fact that we are having private property. But that's the whole fucking point. How else do you have private property without privacy? The only real problem is that capitalism creates predatory behavior where 1% just rules the world for no fucking good reason. And while you have private property, it's becoming more and more expensive to continue having private property. There's some kind of unrest constantly rising, competition secretly rising, and delusion is rising. Mental illness is rising. People not understanding that what they have is completely fine, completely good enough to satisfy most of our needs. We just have to appreciate it and understand that this is a very great value proposition. But of course, there's a funny thing about money. If people don't believe in money, it loses value. Just people's beliefs in money loses money value. Guess where our beliefs are going? It's something called shitcoin. That's where all the money goes, and money becomes more fucking inflated because of Bitcoin. Because we just throw things around. We invest money all over the place instead of just having money and actually spending money. We stop thinking that way. We think that money makes money, and then all of a sudden everything collapses. Because that's not the fucking point of capitalism. Not the point of just like money makes money. No, you make money by working hard, no? No, that's not work. That doesn't work for you? You don't like that? You work hard to improve yourself? No, not just like work in a fucking coal mine all the time. No. You work hard to improve yourself, and your self improvement uh, translates into making more money. But if you think money makes more money, where's the self improvement in that? You just forcing yourself to find ways where money makes money. You're seeking, bro. You're running around basically and doing like this very antisocial behavior because you have to also spend money properly too, not just invest, not just become homeless and invest into Bitcoin. I've seen that on fucking TikTok, bro. Investment is this gambling mentality have taken over the world, and I'm scared. Literally gambling. This is gambling, bro. Relax. This can crash anytime. Anytime even I actually give people the insight that this is what's happening, Bitcoin can crash just because of that. Anytime government is like, I don't like Bitcoin anymore, Bitcoin crashes, and there's nothing you can do about it because you're not as powerful as government. You have to be literally community manager level to defeat base government level of base government decision of like, I don't like Bitcoin. And now it's over, buddy. It's over. Bitcoin gonna crash if government don't like it. It's crazy. People are gambling left and right, thinking that money makes money because that's the only place where money makes money. Welcome to casino. Oh shit, if I have money, I can make more money. Or I can lose everything. So which one is it? You know, you forget the other part. Convenience is the key to success, right? It's so convenient to just forget that you can lose all the money anytime. It's so convenient. And that's what makes it is so stable. Yeah, so people have their beliefs, people have their fucking degeneracy and mental illness, and that's what actually like creates a twisted reality. And we have to actually fix our brains at this point, and we realize how everything's just gonna collapse. What people holding on to is stupid because they have to make their own decisions. It's capitalism. You make your own private decisions, and people usually end up making stupid decisions, and stupid things come to life. In normal circumstances, this would be, what's that? Illegal! Drinking alcohol and smoke, illegal! In normal circumstances, my friends, shit like this would be illegal. Even investing would be somewhat illegal. There's a good way to invest, right? I was thinking about like what type of investment would actually satisfy me as a like person who got kickstarted. I have a project I want to get kickstarted, right? Yes, I have to show it again. I have a project. Yes. Yes, indeed. So I was thinking, if I get invested $10,000, I return $10,000 investment, and I'm obligated to be grateful that I have received $10,000 for the next year or so, right? So I would give them like 50% profit for the project they have covered, you know, for 1 year. It's not a big ass obligation. It's not slavery contract. It is just me repaying my debt, you know, and just paying a little bit of extra because what they found, we have to share success. So I think that's what it is. That's a perfect investment, right? And any time is very different. You know, invest, and I will return the investment, and 50% for a year. You get the profits if something is successful. If I just accidentally made Minecraft 2, you know, and that sort of shit should be happening more often. That's the only time money can make more money, is if you actually give a fuck about other people and their hard work. That's the moment that actually happens. The magic fucking can happen. Yes, it can happen. The magic can happen, but it has to be actually magical, of you helping someone do a better job, relocate themselves, and actually improve their lifestyles, kickstart, and give them a little bit of reputation and attention of like, oh shit, what's going on here? So they can do their job better. So they'll be more motivated. What the fuck, right? If I knew I was going to be successful, I'll be more motivated. Very simple terms. I know I will be successful, but it will take time and patience and not motivating things at all. But if someone actually cares about stuff like this, then yeah. And I haven't shown all of it because card game. Card game, guys. This is a powerful video, and I'm glad that you're sticking around, but I need your subscription. I need your investment, okay? You're not gonna get anything in return besides I might make more videos. I usually actually respond to comments and to the point where I get inspiration from people pointing finger and saying, do that, do this, because I'm a serviceman. I like imagining that I make money. Unfortunately, I don't actually make money with my hard work because the world does not make any sense anymore. It don't make sense. It does not reward you for hard work anymore. Back in my day, you just do hard work. You just pick some fucking apples and sell apples. That's it. That usually ended the circulation and you get tons of money. Just for having an apple tree. Crazy, I know. Impossible. Level impossible. Right now, not so much of a possibility. But still a possibility. You can still go door to door and just sell whatever you have. It's just people not gonna like you anymore. I mean, India is still littered by people like that all over the place. But convenience of supermarkets have replaced most people and made goods so cheap that you can't even compete anymore. However, I have not seen apples in my market right now. What happens? Why no apple? I thought we can have, regardless of the season, just everything. Yeah, money-making methods? Sell food. That always works. That's the greatest money-making method. You just have to find a place where food needs to be more accessible. That's it, bro. What? If kiosks were actually selling food, I would actually look at them. If they're selling a bunch of fucking crap or toys, I mean, I'm not even obligated to look at the goods right now. Like, it's not for me. I don't want toys. I'm not a child. I don't want shoes. I already have shoes. But if you just sell basic shit, it is actually worth looking at it. And that shit actually died. It's so sad. Like, people don't respect that cheap food. We are actually detouring, talking about more capitalism stuff. Let's talk about more loneliness stuff. I found something very interesting. See that? I did that video, remember? Scroll all the way down, and MatPat's crew definitely stole that video. It's right here. Drinking water can ruin your life. Except their video is trash. I can literally summarize it in 2 minutes. Did I fucking stutter? So basically, the idea is that water drinking needs to be balanced. There shouldn't be too little drinking and too much drinking. And the actual numbers given is that it's 2-3 liters a day estimate by science. But the reality is, it is best to just know when you're thirsty. And I have one proposition on top of everything that has been said. I have a proposition that when you're thirsty, celebrate. Because unfortunate or fortunate for everyone, water is cheap. You know, celebrate. If you're thirsty, drink a big glass of water. So you actually solve your problem for a very long time. Right now, I feel thirsty, and that's a great thing. I should be very happy. Because maybe water can a little bit shift my ability to be hungry away from me. Because I don't want to be hungry. That's expensive. Thirsty is fine. Thirsty feels good. So, literally getting teased every single time you watch these food theory videos. They're not to the point. They're not very fun to watch. Because they throw everything, mostly science, at you. They did actually mention that water is a solvent that dissolves things. And that you lose electrolytes when you lose a lot of water. And it's just like, okay, and just eat salty water then. Drink salty water. What? So? Not a big fucking deal. They didn't even mention that you can probably do that and be fine. The real question is, do you really need electrolytes, though? Or are we exaggerating things a little bit? We never know, because science always just runs around aimlessly, trying to pick up all the possible facts, but people never really learn the same speed. Because you have to genuinely have questions about certain things. So yeah, it's a very, very weird thumbnail and everything. It's still better than mine, but they have skull emoji, and it's actually not appropriate. Like, my thumb actually is appropriate. It's like, well, it can ruin your life. No more water. It's like, what does that even mean? Exclamation mark? Bruh. And guess what? I get to brag about it because I've actually done something. Before they did it. This is 1 day ago, 1 month ago. I did it first. And I just did it better. Now, the fact that it's very difficult to actually brag about anything at all because everyone has private property and private business and private things to think about. Everything is so fucking private, no one wants to listen to you anymore. And because capitalism thrives on competition, without competition, we have nothing. Without Technoblade winning Minecraft Mondays, we have nothing. Without Keemstar creating content, we have nothing. Nuke. Ethan, why did you do that? Why did you destroy Keemstar when he was just making Minecraft Monday? Minecraft Monday, boy! He was innocent little boy. Ethan. Ethan, please! Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, so toxic people and mentally ill people just kind of rule the world because they cannot be stopped easily. They cannot be exposed. I cannot brag about myself. Everything is just fucking backwards, slowly becoming backwards. And then you realize, of like, yeah, people who have money, they can spend money to propagate their own bullshit. There's dark side of capitalism after all, but we should not be feeling alone. This is the most unifying moment when we starting to see a bad guy rise, basically. And if you become the bad guy yourself, then it's not very unifying because you're a fucking toxic piece of shit. This is literally where my channel nosedives. The last bit of drama that I was able to gather from this, because I'm definitely not watching H3 videos to gather more drama. I hope you can catch up on this whole fucking thing because this is the latest YouTube drama. And this happens every year, you know? A specific biggest nuclear drama drops onto this platform. And sometimes there's let's cancel Mr. Beast thing, you know, as a bonus meme. And it's very important to catch stuff like this. I'm not sure if I caught it last year, though. But I definitely caught it this year. Right on target, boys. It will forever remain in my heart. Right up there, my friends. And I'm catching something else. I'm catching the biggest rat ever seen. I'm not alone, and at war is just like, I'm fighting for my people. I don't feel alone even in these dark times. So all of this is an illusion that can collapse at any moment, and people will start fixing, quote unquote, fixing loneliness, right? It is induced by capitalism, but it's almost like that's what's supposed to happen because you can always trade your money into not being lonely. So, in order to escape loneliness, you just need to hire people, tell people, well, I'll pay you to be my friends. And that's an unfortunate reality that if you want friendship, if you want the most basic shit, you have to start paying people for it. And then potentially a person who can offer you cheaper goods and better friendship will come around and you'll buy that instead. Buying friendship should be normalized and embraced because that's the only way. You can only buy there's nothing you can do about it. You can only buy that. You can be a toxic piece of shit if you want. Approach every single person who wants to be my friend, but you can just offer money. And you have to start from the very beginning. Approaching homeless people. Do you want to be my friend? Here's €1. How's it going, you know? You have to start from something because people not friendship is fucking expensive. All right? But it's absolutely available. If you're truly lonely, that's the only thing you can do. Unfortunately, you can only offer money for friendship. You can only buy it. Otherwise, what we're going to be talking about in the rest of the video is all the ways you must feel less lonely because there's other things to be for you to do in your private space. You have private space and you do certain things. If you're under pressure and you need to make money, unfortunately, I can't help anyone, can I? I can't save the world. You just have to reduce your spending. You have to live in a tent. People starting to live in a fucking tent, live in a car, just to escape the capitalism predatory bullshit. You have to live in a tent and still you're not going to be lonely because you're going to be watching my videos, right? You found me. I don't want you to feel lonely. I don't want you to look at me just stuffing my face and be like, oh, I guess you can't afford that, can you? You can always afford learning things. Uh-huh. Not far off from what I wanted to be like. I'm a platform of a former... I'm a person who has hands for myself. I don't know. I just like being represented by anger. Thank you very much. It's a very good picture. Given, like, if you're lonely, you're, yes, stupid, but you're also bored potentially. You feel disconnected. We have to solve all these problems because loneliness is not the problem. Okay? You shouldn't even care about that shit. No one really has anything to offer to you. Women? We'll start solving problem, okay? I called loneliness to be bullshit many times, and I can literally just watch my own thing right now. I even have a different edition of loneliness is bullshit. So it's literally 4 videos about it. 4. I'm now obligated to watch 4 hours of my own content. I can also, like, defeat my own loneliness by creating content. Now, I have to watch this, bro. This is for real. Approach, perhaps? I don't know. I don't know, and that's why I make these videos, to figure it out. How much bullshit it is, right? People in darkness, you can put... Yeah, I called myself Satan on this one, guys. People in coal mines, and just forget it. Especially on the... Okay, yeah, I'm definitely yapping right now. Called 7, yeah. I didn't start off the good foot, my friends. Pity for anyone who's trying to make through the introduction here. Person, congratulations. Well, first thing first is insight liberates a person. You can see me getting liberated with an insight. If you watch this, this is absolute dog shit right now. I did a very good way of carrying myself. Interact with a microphone. Holy shit, man. Is this bad? But, let's never forget, self-improvement fixes everything all the time. Just, I will repeat that shit. That's the whole fucking point of the videos. So basically, there's a multitude of categories, right? Making money, women category, because that women will make you feel lonely, obviously. Losing friendships, that will make you lonely. Oopsies. And being bored is gonna make you lonely. We gotta tackle this, but I want to laugh at myself some more.
No, let's clap. I know you better.
I'm literally dealing brain damage to everyone. This is brain rot, guys. Fuck. I want this video to exist, though.
Them the other people, them that they're evil people.
Man, I am fucking rambling so hard.
We unite. Also come first.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really bad. That video is really bad, guys. The sad part is that a lot of people watched it. What? Okay, I tried every loneliness is bullshit video. Let's go, bro.
Guys, back in the day, you wouldn't have this, guys. You just wouldn't have this. All right, then we have different problems.
All right, I have a proper introduction of like, you don't have porn, guys. Back in my day, but now it's available, and now it's literally a substitute for loneliness. Of everything other people do, especially women, is a substitute. And women do a lot of things. And I follow all these things that women are doing because I have to. Because that's the way to defeat loneliness. That's the only fucking way to remain sane. You will go insane the moment you adopt a shitty ideology, thinking that, oh shit, I have to fix this and I have to fix that. And no, the fix is right there. Available right now on your fucking phone. You get entertainment, literally phone. And literally social media. Money, friendship. These are the easy ones. I don't even want to fucking talk about it. But what is worth talking about is how women will attempt to make you feel lonely. Through rejection, through not replying to you, basically, not giving a fuck about you. And they're supposed to be like positive influence to the world. Why they don't care about me? Why they can't treat everyone like baby? Because most people are evil. I don't care if women are positive if they just keep it to themselves. Oh wow, the most diva moment. Even diva, the word itself, even though it's applicable in so many situations, it is describing a woman who just sits there and is like appreciates her own positive influence to nobody, to herself. Women eat themselves basically. Because they're so positive, it's just like, oh, I don't need men. I don't need anyone or anything. I'm just like the ruler of the world because I'm so positive, so enlightened. I just need to breathe some air and look good and feel good. That's it. Game over. Fixed. Life completed. They literally the least empathetic people. But women who are empathetic, they are more attractive. They're more socially active. They can even be approached, technically. Technically, I have exes, my friends. And those exes are people who attracted me. It's hard work. I have to acknowledge. It's hard work to attract me, so I chase after them specifically. Them specifically. This person right there, I want to have it. And then I chase, and I'm like, oh wow, it's actually working. And eventually, after enough interactions, they become my exes. While other women, they keep it to themselves. Oh, oops. You could have been my ex, though, and you could have been something. So I have a very satisfying list of exes, and I want more. And I can have more. Very likely. I can actually have more. I just need a proper approach, and I have to have a better strategy. And I have my targets, and I'm very happy to just go on this adventure. It's gonna happen. Not this year, but I feel it's gonna be happening, bro. Because I was able to make changes already, or already establish myself as something. Like I already rippled so hard, and I'm like, yes, this is exciting. So you should be thriving in terms of trying to approach women as best as you can. You should still try, right? Like find the lowest hanging fruit that's appealing to you, and maybe you have chance. I know I have chance. If anything happens, if anything changes, if you become connected to a person and any little bit of drama happens between you guys, then it's happening. You know, it just takes time to develop that drama into something real. And again, you don't actually even need to meet that person. You're there. The essence of your hard work is connecting. And the world changes constantly. You might just be living in old definitions, in old resolution. People project the best that they have onto social media. That's what you get to see about the other person. And they should be on social media. Otherwise, they're low quality garbage, right? That's what should attract you right now. You're not supposed to chase after real people in the real world. If you can, good for you, bro. Good for you. Teach other people how to do that. Because where women go and they can be approached, I mean, that's a fucking magical thing that I've never seen in action. Tell other people about it. Drag people into your parties, please. But I have my own ways of dealing with things, and I'm a fucking leader in this situation because I'm on my own. I'm not lonely. I'm on my own. When I have to do something, I know I am the best, and I'm on my own. And when it comes to being bored, unfortunately, that shit's horrifying. Just like women are horrifying sometimes. Hmm. Some games are scary. And being in a card game community was one of those decisions that I had to make to like, I have to be a part of a community to be able to not be bored. I have to like communicate my passion, if I have any passion left over, and or attempt to generate passion by playing a game. The same game every day, which gets pretty fucking stupid. Especially if the game is scary. If the game gets updates, but you never know when one of those updates is going to be like, oh, you can't play game anymore. And it's like, but I want to play game. Game was fun. Why is it not fun anymore? Well, we printed this new card that really just breaks the game. So, oops, I guess. Oops, give me money, by the way. Yeah, give me money. And it's like, what? Who the fuck are you, dude? You made scary game. Game can get update and not work anymore. What is happening? I start panicking of like, please, I just want to play. We were able to play back in the day and now we can't play. And now we feel nostalgic that we can't play anymore. What is happening? Literally, games are fucking scary. You just never know when the rug is gonna be pulled. And this is gonna break your heart a lot more than just losing money. Because losing money is because you're stupid. But this is because people just stupid. Developers are stupid. So the only way out is make your own game. You will be motivated to make your own game when you see shit like this happen all the time, but you have to be committed to feel like you're seeing things right now that you cannot unsee. You have to be committed. So I've made step after step that kind of pushes me forward. And it's like, how is this natural? You know, we naturally are motivated to make our own games. In the end, that's what we're motivated for. That's crazy, man. Because games are scary. Games are out of control. They will never really deliver what they're supposed to. They're not going to do a good job, these fucking developers. It's so easy to make a good game, you have no fucking idea. But it actually takes a little bit of knowledge. and dedication and actual control of the game, because there's always going to be an executive fucking decision made of like, we want more money. And it just brings things down. Unfortunately, everything gets destroyed. So I talked about women and boredom. All right. Eventually, when you are motivated to make your own games, you're not going to be bored because you're going to be fucking busy. Holy shit, am I busy? So now you have some kind of ethereal topic left over of how to deal with money and friendships that are kind of like slipping through your fingers all the time. You can't have money, you can't have friendships. Oh wow, so much, so cool. What can I do then? It's so annoying. See, my mom was able to generate friendships with like toxic homeless people because she gives like €2 to them or whatever every time they visit, and that would make them visit more often. And I was like, fuck these guys. We don't need that shit. We need something better now. Now, they definitely looked like demons. They definitely looked scary and attracted to something that they shouldn't be doing. And they stole a bunch of money too, collectively. Stole a bunch of money and freedom from me. And kind of now repaying slowly, I would say, because that's good. That's good right now. They kind of repaid 3K. And I'm like, yep, alright, cool. There's some good parts and bad parts. This was like a very crazy, weird thing. Again, my mom made a bunch of friends when I was in the UK working. I come back and it's like, wait, your friends are fucking demons. Can we just like get rid of all of them? And it was an adventure to get rid of all of them. It took a long time. And I got in trouble. Holy shit. The trouble that I got was insane. There was a fucking scammer, old woman. There was a fucking disgusting, like a criminal person sniffing around. He was disturbing, bro. And they almost all got what they wanted, basically. They were fucking slick. And I blame my mom for being so disgusting to actually attract people like this. But what can you do? Sometimes you gotta fix things. So, demonship, basically, yeah. Money is also a mystery of like, my mom literally lives off the government. So, literally, this part is better described through my mom, through my other relationship that I have. Because I don't actually have uh, important things to say about this. I have a, still virtual friend that survived everything. And now we just talk to each other. We talk about the Eurovision, for example. Sometimes notification bleeds into my videos when he writes to me, replies, but we still don't have a strong friendship. It's still questionable. I don't like him very much, or his taste in everything, basically. His behavior in every way is kind of cringe. And it's best for me to like stay away, but when I don't have anything, it's best to have something. It's best to have the worst thing. But at least I feel respected, and that's the most important thing about friendships. You gotta, if you don't have a respectful friendship, then there's no point in having one. You gotta cut off your friends. You're gonna be better off because it's capitalism. You want to have privacy. You don't want to be shamed all the time. You have to cut off toxic garbage. Very, very often, unfortunately. Including neighbors, you have to actually cut off your neighbors and tell that you don't fucking like them and they have to stop doing the stupid shit that they do as well. That also has to happen very often. With money, I've already said you can be fooled to earn money, but your spending is high. If your spending is high, the real problem is your spending. Again, there's a reason why there's a community growing of people just like not paying rent anymore. They go into tents, they go into live in their cars, and it's like, well, that's the way you can escape enslavement that is happening. People are so desperate for money They will increase rent prices and think that landlords are are such hard workers. You know, we have to actually kill this parasitic behavior that's happening in this economy, basically. Parasite economy is absolutely on the rise right now, and it kills the capitalism as we know it. There's always a parasite version of everything. I'm not sure if I'll make a video about this, but I've watched this entire thing. And I've actually, like, made a video about this, but I haven't released this. Jordan is looking for these parasites, basically. He's talking about them as parasites, but it's more like infiltrative type, political infiltration of trying to muddy the waters of the right wing. And it's so specific that it doesn't actually even click into place as some kind of big insight. But, you know, I'm way better than this. I'm way better than this discussion, my friends. I'm way higher level, and I'm like, what the fuck? Really? Sometimes comparing yourself is crazy. Like, other people have money and fame, and it's like you just compare yourself. Do you have the same skill set? Often you will not have the same skill set. But sometimes you will start finding, like, very popular and very respectable people that you look up to, and you're just better than them. And it's like, do you deserve money? Absolutely! You deserve money and fame right now. Just show skills to the audience. The problem, nobody cares, right? Everyone is attached to their thing. Everyone is attached to their thing, and they don't want to let go. And they don't want to let go of money as well. They don't want to let go, but they just happily gonna spend it on rent. And this is where things get really fucking ugly, you know? They will happily spend money not on you. They will not give a fuck about you. There's already things that they are chewing on, basically. They're already chewing on fucking toothpaste or you name it, bro. Some disgusting shit. But they will never spend money on you until you start selling things, until it's like your top 1% of people above them. Even releasing a game is hardcore situation. Until you release a game, you will get nothing. No support whatsoever. Unless you already have support, then you can translate it. But it's not going to happen just because you're doing something. People are not going to be excited about that at all. It is actually scary how much people cling on to money and how much they destroy friendships. It is just very funny.
Basically on
Oh, I see it. I'm less lonely because I know the new skill, domination. I am smarter, I am better. You should listen to me. I am the authority. But some people will pose as authorities, and good for me, because I can click on their video and dominate. It's just the skill I have now. It's in my skill set. Just like this series, max stats is gonna be forever. And a little bit of domination is gonna be just what I need to end the video.
One of the biggest problems I see in the world, loneliness.
What's that? What's that? Okay, I can't do that. I can't click that successfully. I have problems. Even this I have to actually recreate it because there's bad technology, there's scary technology, scary software that may not work at some point for various reasons. Do you understand? And I can actually recreate not the voice mod particular, but it already works as it does. It's just the sound effects don't work. And it's like, I can fix that. But at what cost, bro? At what cost? How much work do I have to fucking put, bro? Just to fix everything, it seems. Fuck you guys. I paid for this shit. Look at this. It's negative. Negative, guys. And I don't know what to use it for anymore. Because it's not convenient either. Ow. It hurts, man.
This is worse, and we're starting.
It's getting worse and worse. Oh my god, look at. Ooh! Because stupid people tell you that in your left ear, right? It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And only thing you have to do is touch grass or someone's ass. You know, pick one. Grab ass, absolutely. That is the definition of grass. Grab
I want to
ass.
talk to y'all today
I just realized, that's grass all along. That's ABC. See ass, grab ass. And you will not be lonely in jail. It is what it is. You gotta do something crazy to not be lonely. If you think you're lonely, you are lonely, but you're not lonely. I swear. You're fine. This guy's not fine, though. He's Indian.
an epidemic of it. The real challenge
No! So what are the consequences of this silent epidemic? Eh? What's the consequence? If you're lonely, just walk around, bro. Aimlessly until someone fucking comes up to you. Yes, bad guys will come up to you fast and first and foremost, but that's fine. Let the bad guys come and bounce off of your chest because you're such a strong person, and they will make you less lonely because you will need to work out to be able to just roam the streets. You will need to work out every single day to pose a threat of, like, maybe we cannot approach this guy anymore. You know, you must, like, life is so dynamic, so fucking vibrant that, Jesus Christ, bro. Thinking that you're lonely is insane. This is literally bullshit episode number 4, but damn.
with loneliness is that
Crazy.
a lot of people really
Like, I'm already dying for watching this guy. He's almost like a fucking rat, you know? I'm dominating so hard I can't even control myself. What did you say? Gamer? Healthy gamer? What did you say? Oh, I don't like that.
videos and stuff like that, right?
And that's completely a proper way to not feel lonely. Because if everyone does it, then you are connected to everyone else doing the same thing. You're still doing the same thing. Watching movies, watching YouTube videos. And you have all these things. You have access to all these things. They are becoming more expensive because you have to pay the fucking premium rent or whatever. It's fucking crazy. But you have access to music videos. You have access to all kinds of badass content. Except this. This is really bad content. Awful.
To stuff like taking courses, go out there and meet people. And the real troubling thing
That's the worst thing, actually. I don't reckon. People are very awful. People are very low quality.
is that the more
Oof.
people that people are putting in a ton of effort, but it doesn't seem to be yielding anything. There are a lot of people
Yeah, that's every video you ever made. There's no fucking reward because your video stinks ass.
out there who will give advice to people, or
No, that's terrible
why don't
advice,
you do
obviously.
this, or fixing
I've already given all the advice you need to know. So this just sounds funny to me.
loneliness on, let's say you're out of shape or you need
No, I'm not broken. Every game I play is fucking broken, dude. What do I do? That's so fucking annoying. So much work to be done. I'm not lonely. I am a successfully employed person.
to be healthy.
Very busy.
This is a problem that fundamentally, like, you need to fix. The
Exactly. A lot of work, man. Fixing all these games.
challenge is that when you're on, it
I like the part when he says it's not a problem, but then he said more words, and it's like, what do you mean? Bro? Why more words? Why do you need more words? What are these meaningful words? Meaningless words, I mean. What the? You can fix on your own? Yeah, so it's not your problem. See? See how easy it is? Because logically it makes no fucking sense if you try to fix loneliness, because that's not your problem. Other people induce loneliness onto you by not being friendly. That's it.
you're on. It requires
And to be friendly means that they will have to say goodbye to their fucking money. They will have to approach you and be like, hey dude, you want free this and free that? You have to be offering free things to people. But then be like, yeah, there's strings attached, you gotta be nice to me. And that's how you do it on YouTube. That's how I do it. But you're not nice. I want to ban you from comment section. I'm not giving you free things. You literally, by making videos, you can give a free thing called comment under my video. You can comment, guys. That's a privilege you have. Not only, and you're not even using that. That's free privilege. It will be more and more expensive, guys. Every fucking time I get a subscriber, my community becomes more and more expensive to enter. Right now, you can just type in first and be like, wow, I did something. But soon that will not be possible because you will not be first. Crazy, I know. What else you have to say? Almost rat guy?
Another human dependent on independence. And we
Alright, I agree. That's what society's doing right
see
now.
especially is to be
This guy looks lonely. What are we gonna do about it?
independent.
Do we SWAT this guy?
And their make becomes difficult.
He literally projects loneliness because he's alone in a room. And it's like, what? What the fuck are you doing alone in a... What is happening here? You don't have any authority of talking about loneliness like that. When you literally project lonely... What is happening? I'm not lonely. I can summon another version of myself. Here you go. Here you go, bro. Easy. Problem solved. But this kind of annoys me right now. Yay! I can have Selena, bro. Literally suit and tie. Yay, bitch. Not lonely. Now, it's hard to even throw her away, man. It's so fucking good. That's crazy. I'll call it a glitch at this point. Wow. Epic. Glitches happen in the world. What is happening, though? Is the world broken? Because these are good glitches, man. But you have to be able to roll the dice enough times to be like, wait, why did I roll 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6? What is happening, bro? These are normal dice, and glitches are happening right now. So you have to actually allow glitches to happen because somehow they do. Crazy.
That I want to talk a little bit of place.
And not on, and that will also kill your loneliness because you're gonna feel like, well, people actually care about me in a spiritual way, and everything that happens in my dreams is real. Those are real people that I see doing real things that they would normally do if I would meet them in person. Damn. Fucking hell. All of a sudden, when you receive enough responsibility of you have to treat women properly, you have to treat yourself properly, you have to understand the world around you. When you have all these responsibilities, there's no time to be lonely. Get the fuck out of here. Your suit looks like shit. I don't like your suit. Suit has to have color. Color, one color here, different color pants, and different color tie. You have nothing. You are stripped away from any personality. No wonder you're fucking lonely. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Here,
look at that. See, that's what happens to you when you wear blacks. What the fuck, dude? It's time to put on clown nose at this point. Then people are gonna be like, oh, look at this guy. He has clown nose. I don't have a nose. I am the clown nose. This is literally the same material. I am the... But don't tell anyone. Alright? I want to keep it a funny little secret. Wow.
Becoming a more stressful place. And we're sort of...
What? Stressful? It's the apocalypse, dude. It's apocalypse for a very long time. What do you mean stressful? Are you living in the moment? That's pathetic, dude. The world is as stressful as you open up yourself to the world. And you take too many responsibilities because you really want to improve yourself and you just take too many things, basically. I don't see stressful worlds. When COVID happened, you're just forced to be indoors, basically. When war happens, you're just forced to not be at war zone. When bad things happen to your country, maybe just don't be in your country anymore. Don't support your country anymore. You have other countries to support, especially in Europe. There's always things you can do to escape the stupid fucking stress, basically. Of course, if you live in it, during the apocalypse, oh my god, everything is becoming more stressful even. Oh, oops. Also, there's gonna be zombie apocalypse in America, and I can't wait to fucking see it. It's gonna be so interesting. I can't wait, guys.
Sort of natural response, how are human beings adapt? We tend to retreat to safe spaces.
Alright, cool. Fixed. That's why you should enjoy privacy, because it's your safe space. Nobody even fucking knocked on my door for a very, very long time. Door was scary for them. And I like it that way. That's
we
very
see
good.
Also that the internet is kind of encouraging toxicity.
Where are you going with this? Because that's a very weird turn of events. Uh-oh, then they don't use social media or Twitter if you can't handle one of these, because it's hard. Internet is a tough place. It's not always 100% toxic. People genuinely say things that mean things, but sometimes they're just mean.
Content that you click on the internet makes you feel worse.
What the fuck, man? Stop. That's misinformation. What? How? How does content make you feel worse? Damn. I don't understand this guy at all.
And so are emotionally engaging us and stressing us out.
What the fuck, man? In what reality does he live in? This is the advice that you get. Hey guys, all these YouTube videos, especially mine, they stress you out. Yeah, but no, just yours. Just your video stresses me out. Just your video is pathetic enough to actually be in that category. And this guy refused to be self-aware, but at least he bleeds self-awareness, which is why I like dominating this guy. I like dominating, bro.
I can find 1,000 people who agree with me 100%.
Wow, he even actually informs you of how he scams the internet, of like, well, if I just start early enough, I will always find the people who agree with me 100%. Until you get challenged and you get fixed. Remember that fixing thing that I can do? I can fix you too, buddy. Literally, someone else talking about loneliness, so disgusting. I can... oh, holy shit, man. This is worse than one of my other videos that I just watched. Jesus.
I can talk to and so what are
That was the scariest fucking sound effect ever, dude. Holy shit.
These are echo chambers.
Oh my god. That felt like, what's happening, bro? Am I watching a fucking horror movie? What is this?
It's echo chambers.
Echo... Touch grass, bro.
And safe
Echo
spaces
chamber.
on the internet. There are a lot of people out.
Oh, I found the crux of the problem. There you go.
And we as a human society have started to say, hey,
so much better.
we acknowledge that you have one problem that you can't solve by yourself on the internet, and that is loneliness. And this is why if...
Yes, you can. I upload video, and then I'm less lonely, but... internet is toxic, so you have to choose. You have to pay with being intoxicated if you don't want to feel lonely, and you have to constantly chase that, and I always do, because fuck. I try to fix that problem, and it's very hard. It's hard work, man. Technically, my entire world revolves around solving loneliness in the most ridiculous ways. But hey, it's a drive forward. It's motivating to do something, so it's good. I don't know.
This is where we really need to decide as a society, like, whether we're okay with the direction that things are going. And I think that there are...
The whole society has to decide. Look at that.
But there are things...
Unfortunately, I cannot change society's mind. The society will freak out and be like, oh, I guess we should be friends with each other again. Except someone like me will dominate, and you will hate me. And I will dominate even harder because you hate me. And I will win. Prepare yourselves to be my friends. Let's be friends, guys.
And there are things that we're not going to like to do.
Let's be friends.
So the internet, wherein you're likely...
Friendship is so easy and simple when you're friends with a stupid person. But imagine being friends with a smart person. I really like your friendship. Please give me more.
Polarization across humanity. So just because someone disagrees with you doesn't mean that you need to ostracize them. Try to, like, listen to other people.
No, I ban people when they're very disrespectful.
The second thing that we need to another human being cannot fix loneliness.
What the... This is getting more and more complicated now.
you may not. This will never mean for you. That means that you may have to think about other people. You may have to invite other people who you may not think.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you might have to invite other people into your room. I'm sorry, buddy. That would be the actual mic drop moment of like, well, I invited another person. That's it. I'm not lonely. And that's it. That's how capitalism works. It works through flexing. And I flexed harder with PNGs, bro. With PNGs than this guy flexed. This guy didn't flex shit. This guy flexed stock footage, bro. Bro flexed on himself because like someone else has stock footage, but he does not actually own any of this. He's not one of these people. Eat shit, buddy. Get dominated. I don't feel lonely because I literally win in the topic when we talk about loneliness. I win. I'm better in this situation. In every sentence he fucking said, I came out on top. Thank you for watching, my friends. Leave a comment down below if you're lonely, because that might actually help. It might solve 10%, 10 minutes of your loneliness. If you just type in a comment and just like, wow, this guy read my comment. Yeah. It's simple as that. Thanks for watching so much.